Hello, I believe we are live on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I see that my wonderful assistant Chen may have accidentally taken a picture of herself as the host. So I am Kelly Ray Tamaki, and that is not me in the little picture there as the host, if you could see it. But I'm me. So, anyways, I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm so glad you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it afterwards. If you just grabbed your lunch, I promise to get this done while you eat your lunch. And I know we all feel like we don't have time for learning. And I know we also feel like we don't want to waste our time on another webinar where at the end they're going to try and sell us something. So, let me just tell you right up front, I'm not selling you anything. Number two, I'm sharing my proprietary marketing report with you and teaching you how to measure your marketing and get the same results that I do in my own companies and in my clients' companies. And that's an average of 800% return on investment, on including labor, ad costs, everything. If you're outsourcing your Google Ads management, for example, it includes that as well. So what I'm going to do is share with you my template, and I'm also going to share a real report that's filled in for one of my businesses, and I'm going to teach you that no, I'm not going to teach you that some of your marketing sucks and is a waste of money. I'm going to teach you that you can discover and you can now measure and you can now determine which marketing is working really well and which marketing is not working so well. Just move this a little bit there, get it centered. Okay, so anyways, if you don't know me, I'm Kelly Ray Tamaki, founder of Team H Business Coaching and Consulting. I'm also a serial entrepreneur. I have some other businesses, some businesses with a partner, and I've been doing this since I was 18 years old. So 23 years. I have been running businesses, making them better, finding more profit, systemizing them, and helping the owners get so much more time off. So more time off and more money. I'm not sure how anyone can resist that, but that is what we do here at Team H Business Coaching and Consulting. Okay, so let's get started. I want to know if your marketing's working. Well, I hope you comment, but if it's not, most people don't tend to comment. I would love to know if your marketing is working or not. I would love to answer questions in the comments afterwards. I would also love for you to take this to your people who work on marketing and say, you have to use this report and then present it to me each month, because just like a financial report, just like a leadership report, just like a KPI report, so everyone hitting their goals or not, we want to know, are we hitting our goals and why or why not? Now, this template is something I've been working on for 23 years, like I said, so I update it probably every couple of months. More lately, now that technology and changes are happening faster and faster, but marketing will never slow down, guys. It's going to continue to need you to keep up. However, if you are a brick and mortar business or you are an online business, I will say that I specialize in brick and mortar businesses and that it's very easy for me to make you very profitable, systemized, and rich. Let's just say it. On average, my clients make at least an extra $1 million a year on the bottom line. So I want to share this with you for free, and I'm not selling anything. I just want to help you, because the people who are not my clients are not getting these results, and they are so stressed and they are giving up. And the only way you can really fail is if you give up. So please don't give up. All right, guys, we are going to talk about marketing right now. Let's get right into it. So this is a very plain template. I'm going to share my screen with you if I can figure this out. Oh, shoot. I usually use Zoom. Share. Got it. Okay. Screen. Here we go. And you know what? We're not going to go into the template. We're going to go into one of my actual stores, or is this a lab? It's a lab or a store? It's a store. I'm going to go into one of my store's marketing plans or marketing reports. Sorry. That said, you do need a marketing plan. Okay, guys, number one thing you need to write down. Oh, I need to stop. So just so you guys know, if you just listen to me and you eat your lunch and you kind of half-ass listen to me and you check your email while I'm talking, you're gonna retain about 10% of what I teach you, which is brutal. If you listen to me and take notes, you're going to retain about 40% of the information, which is also crappy because I want you to retain it all. If you listen, you take notes and you actually move around, like get up, shake it out, like do a couple push-ups, then you will retain around 90% of the information, okay? And if you want this template afterward, just comment, we'll get it to you, okay? So basically this is the table of contents, which is super boring, so we're gonna go right past that and we're gonna talk about this, okay? Oh, I have some notes on here. I can't share this one. Just one sec, guys. Just check these off. There we go. See if we got any more here. So this is how I kind of do my marketing report. I go through it and then whoever's responsible for certain parts, I will tag them on Google Docs. If you guys use Google Docs, I'm sure you can also do this somehow with Microsoft. I don't use Microsoft, but a lot of my clients do. So I'm not opposed to it. I'm just not comfortable with it. So that's why I'm doing Google Sheets and Docs. Okay. So, and I'm on a Mac. So if it looks a bit different, don't worry. The information today is what you need, okay? So listen, take notes, and move around, okay? So every couple of minutes, get up, shake it out, do some push-ups, jumping jacks, whatever you want to do, and then come back, okay? Just keep listening while you're doing that. I might actually intentionally put a movement break in. We'll see how much time we have. I try to get these done in half an hour. So I've already wasted 10 minutes. So we're going to get going. So here is our monthly marketing report. I use this in every company that I own. I use this with every client that I own. I recommend this to every business owner that I talk to. And so your marketing objectives need to be very clear. Okay, so ours are implement a consistent content rhythm and have a positive return on investment on organic social media at least like greater than 500% consistently every month. So the goal is 500%. It should be 800%. We'll probably move that up. But I do have a new employee in this role and she just learned all of this and she's doing an incredible job. So every month she beats her goal. So as you can see, her actual return on investment overall on all marketing, including her labor costs and labor burden costs and ad spend, everything marketing, anything marketing and business development. And she's getting a return on investment of 638%. Actually rounded up, that's 639%. Great job, Chen, you're amazing. Okay, so we also want to increase the amount of Podorthic assessments booked. We have clinics as well, obviously. And we also want to increase our purchase frequency. So those are all good goals, okay? And then we also want to hit our sales goal, obviously, and we want to hit our gross profit goal. So that should give you guys some idea of what some great goals would be. So I want you to look at if you have a strategic plan. If you don't, oh my goodness, do a strategic plan, okay? Contact me, we can do it together. But take your strategic objectives from your strategic plan and then see what you can do with them with your marketing plan. If you can achieve your strategic objectives through your marketing plan, take those strategic objectives from your strat plan and make them your marketing objectives, okay? There are a lot of things that we want to achieve. There are a lot of goals we want to hit, a lot of action items that need to be checked off, a lot of bars we need to hit or exist above. But your strategic objectives and your marketing strategic objectives should be very important. They should be the most important for your business for this fiscal year. And every fiscal year, you'll do a new marketing plan, and then your marketing report, which I am sharing with you right now, will reflect the measurement of everything you did in your marketing plan. I hope that makes sense. Now, this makes me sad. This means there's going to be a conversation, and we will have a coaching. Chen, if you're listening, can you please I know you're listening, Chen. Can you please schedule how to coach effectively a leadership seminar in the group, please? Yeah, I really want to talk about that because how do you go from 12, 14, 20 Google reviews a month to zero? I think it's a lot of times because we give our staff so many different things to focus on. And so that kind of leads me to say you have to have clear roles and goals for your team. You have to have a clear job description, and you have to have clear KPIs, key performance indicators, and you have to meet with them every month, especially if they're helping with bringing in customers or converting customers. Okay. And most of your people should be doing one of those two jobs. Okay. Now, this is the most important question ever. Where did you hear about us, or where did you see us, or what brought you in today? Okay. And we record this like crazy people because, well, I'm a crazy person. I am constantly asking my teams in both locations, are you recording this? Because this is the most important question we can ask. Okay. And also, I want you to notice the number of leads, the number of customers, the conversion rate. We also do year-to-date numbers. Now, our fiscal year just started. Your fiscal year is different. But all of these are so important. So what we do is we actually have an old school clipboard, which I happen to have right here, which is crazy. It's from our fundraiser yesterday. Get a clipboard, okay? Put a sheet on here and copy my chart, okay? But put your things in it. Where did you hear about us, okay? And write it down, and then you can get rid of all this crap if you want and just say July. Where did you hear about us? July. And then put in every single possible way that you advertise and what you do, anybody who refers you, other companies who send people to you, your sign. And then I want you to get that manually tracked by your staff. Anyone who answers the phone and anyone who deals with customers coming in, you can see how long our list is. And the reason it's so long is because we get leads from all over the place in this particular store, in this particular location. Okay. And so what we do with that is we look at the number of leads from each place, but what is more important than the number of leads from each place? The conversion rate. Okay. So Facebook leads are famously terrible. I'll just say that. A lot of people who contact, we have 5 different types of businesses, and a lot of people who contact us from Facebook seem to be just looking to price shop, that sort of thing. They're not our ideal clients. LinkedIn's a great place to get ideal clients, but the best for this business, for our Pedorthic clinics, for our shoe stores, and for our RFM business, which is 3D printing orthotic pedorthic products, it's referrals. Okay. So old school, going to visit people, showing them what we're doing now, telling them we're printing everything 3D, telling them how we're above, the competition because of this, and this, talking about our USP, our unique selling proposition. That's actually still our old school best way to get referrals, to get people in here. And it's not because of the number, it is a good number, but it's because of the conversion rate. So if I get 10 leads from Facebook and 0 convert, but I get 10 leads from foot doctors and 9 convert, which one do you think I'm going to put more time into? You have to be doing this, because right now, if you're not, you're basically just trying things, hoping they work. You might be tracking it, but guys, so you get a lead, so you get someone to your website. Did they buy? Are they your ideal customer? You have to watch these things, okay? So we almost hit our goal for conversion rate in the different departments here. Our conversion rate goal is 90%. That's pretty dang good. And that has been just going up for the last 5 years since I brought into this company. Okay. And then I also collect information on why people leave. So for example, here, we had a repairs department, but it was losing us money for 6 months. So even though there's no repair department in the town that this report comes from, I shut it down. We're not going to lose money just because, we're the only one. It seemed like a good opportunity. but it was losing us money, so we got rid of it. Now this list is why people left, okay? I want to know why anybody left my store without buying something. You can put that in or you can not put that in. Now here's my favorite part, pie charts. So podorthic leads, a podorthist is like a foot doctor, but they don't do anything, like no surgery. They don't do anything gross, like the gross thing I got done to my ingrown toenails. They do more conservative treatments. We do like custom shoes. We do orthotics. We do insoles. We do just different things, like even wedges that we stick into shoes, or we modify shoes to make sure that people's conditions can be corrected, or you can have less pain and other things like that with our podorthist. So we have labs, we have shoe stores, and then we have a production company. Okay. Now look at this. Our RFM is our podorthic business in Lethbridge. Okay, in this town specifically, and 43% of our referrals come from our shoe store. So that shows me that we've trained our staff well. They're identifying people who need to go see a podorthist and they're recommending it, and then they're booking an appointment and going to RFM. Okay, and if that sounds a bit confusing, I'm sorry. I can't elaborate anymore. We're basically, if I could, I would have my Shoe Solutions shoes and my orthotics in the same place, but we've got a non-compete. I'm just going to tell you that. So we had to do the orthotics at another location. So also Google usually works pretty well for us, but referrals are huge. Staff, friend, or family referrals, existing client referrals, and then repeat customers. And when I first bought into this business, 80% of the leads were from repeat customers, and now we've got a very different profile. And that's very important because you don't want to count on all your leads coming from one place. And what is that? Basic risk mitigation. If you're counting on only one place for your leads, I'm terrified for you. So you need to diversify, okay? This is a good one. If you guys can get a good sign, if you're a brick and mortar store, drove by, someone drove by, 30% of people drove by and came in. Get a sign that works, okay? And then on Google, guys, I have a podcast with 44 free ways to increase your SEO. You don't have to pay someone. You can just go do that, okay? It's under the Business Can Be Better podcast, or Better Business Podcast. And I think it's episode 40 or 41. And then you can see we have some referrals here. And then look at this, existing client referral. This is for a different product. Even other stores and competitors are sending people to us. And that's how we do business as well. We have great relationships with our referral sources, because if we're not what's best for a client, we'll send them elsewhere. And if they're not getting, if a client isn't getting what they deserve, or their location is not what's best for them, they'll send them to us. So I need to stress cooperation, not competition, okay? Especially in the smaller cities or towns. Not that I recommend ever opening a business in a town, because the market isn't usually big enough, but ask me questions in the comments if you'd like to, okay? So you can see also we track our year-to-date leads, which is a huge wake-up call, because if you see 1 month something's wrong and you go coach your team and then you look at the year-to-date numbers, it's very different. It's 1 month is okay, but 7 months into the year, seeing the year-to-date numbers is a lot more informative, okay? And so, of course, we have a Google Ads report. I'm not going to show you that. It's a little bit too personal, but this is what I wanted to show you guys here. Return on investment. So we got ROI, return on investment, cost per customer, which is CPC, cost per lead, and the conversion rate, okay? Now this is year to date, okay? And it includes a labor burden. Oops. Sorry, guys. It includes a labor burden of 1.25%, because we do have benefits, we do have WCB, we do have payroll remittances. So wage times 1.25 will include your labor burden. So on Facebook this month, We've been really pulling away from Facebook, so there's no numbers there. Instagram, same thing with Instagram. Our ideal customers are on LinkedIn and Google. Okay, everyone's Googling. You guys know that, right? So here is the calculation for our ROI. We've been so lucky to work with Grizzly Media. The owner's name is Brendan Coffey, and I'll tag him in this video, and have our ROI go up on our Google Ads. Look at this. Look at our ROI on our Google Ads, okay? And this is just for one location. It just goes up every month. So last month it was this month it's this. He is very good at watching, changing, adapting, and getting things to work for us. Look at this. Cost per customer, last month was 36, now it's only 34. That is not low enough for me yet though, because when I look at my gross profit on these products, I need that to be lower. Okay. And you guys can decide a goal for each of these numbers. Okay. Cost per lead, we're only paying $16 a month. Okay, this is for July. This was for June, I believe. This is not good. I want my leads much cheaper, because especially if they're coming from somewhere that doesn't convert well, we don't want expensive leads. Okay. And then conversion rate. This conversion rate makes me sad. It should be around 90%. And I'm going to actually have to look into that with one of my team members, because that does not match what I thought happened. Okay, so we're just going to check this number. Okay. I love Google Docs, guys. I hope you love Google. Last month, our conversion was even lower, and I don't think those numbers are right. So we're going to look that up. Then the other thing I'd like to see is, what is our average sale? And so we've got 200 for the shoe store and 450 for our Put It With The customers. Social media results. As you guys can see, we don't do well on Facebook or Instagram. We do get a lot of follows, likes, etc. on LinkedIn. We don't get a ton of clients from LinkedIn, but we get a large volume of leads. And then when we get a client from LinkedIn, they're a great client. They're usually that ideal client who has disposable income, who wants to come in and buy like 4 pairs of shoes and 4 orthotics to put in all 4 pairs of shoes. And then they want their family to come, and they're not worried about money. And you guys know this. LinkedIn users are at least double annual income average. Okay, let me re-say that. LinkedIn users have at least double the average annual household income of the other social media platforms. Okay. And then we're going to look at your Google My Business. You guys should be looking at this like every time you get an email from Google, look at it. Do not ignore it. Okay. I know there's a lot of stuff to look at, but this is very informative. These are the top search queries where people found us. Okay. And we need to know this, because we need to use these words more in our advertising, in our Google ads, in our organic posts. Okay. And then I like to look at the spikes in the Google Analytics, and I like to ask my marketers, why do we have a spike? Okay, right here. So marketing text, so we sent out a text blast. Marketing email, we sent out an email blast, and then marketing email blast. So those were those spikes, and that's pretty awesome, because emails and texts are free. Average session time. So last month people were on there for 1.07 minutes, and this month they were on there for 1.1. Bounce rate, less important than it used to be, but I like seeing it go down. It goes down usually every month. Total users was down, but it is summer and everyone likes to go away. Unique users was down a bit as well. So these are the things that we're going to address in the bottom part. Where am I at here? 1:15. Okay, we have 3 minutes. Okay, want to know where people are coming from. So guys, this stuff was pulled directly from Google Analytics. You should all have Google Analytics on your website. If you don't, call your website person and say, get me Google Analytics right away, please. And then you can go in there and look anytime you want. Okay. And it shows you where people are coming from. And you want people coming from organic search so much, because that means you're doing a great job with blogs, SEO. You've been around a long time. You have a great website, and you come up not just under ads, but you come up underneath the ads, because only 2 to 3% of people click on ads. The rest click on the organic search results. Okay. Yeah, there's so much information here, guys. How much time they spent on each landing page, which landing page they clicked on. And look at this. This is important as well. So mobile is 60%. Desktop, this is surprising to me. This is different than other months. So in June, we had 36.6% looking at us on a computer, a desktop, and then only 3.6 people on a tablet. Usually we have a much higher mobile number. So it's important to know this because you want to check how your website looks on each of these three things, okay? A lot of older people now are using tablets instead of desktops. UTM campaigns, this might take me a minute to explain, but basically UTM campaigns are, we create unique tracking links for every post, for every platform, for every campaign. We put them in the post, and if people click on them, it tells us here how many people clicked on each thing, okay? And you want to do that too. What else can I tell you in the next couple minutes? I would love for you to do this, okay? So this is our lead calculation. And to me, it's ridiculous that everyone doesn't do this. You need to calculate how many leads you need for the month to hit your sales goal, okay? With your average spend, which I know you can pull out of your software, calculate your sales goal divided by your average spend, which will give you the number of customers you need, okay? And we needed 485 customers. And if you guys remember up above, I think we only got 200 and some leads for customers. So we didn't hit our goal. So we need to fix this, okay? We also need to factor our conversion rate in there. This is just an analysis of hourly sales, so we can decide on our hours. Now here, this is the most important section ever. What changes will we make for this month and going forward based on the above, okay? So we want to use more user-generated content. So when people leave Google reviews or they talk about us online, we want to use their stuff in our social media. It works so much better to show people that they love us rather than us saying like, we love us, come see us. Non-professional photos and videos. This trend has been going on for a while. If you're spending a ton of money on production and getting like highly like produced videos, photos, etc., that's okay to have like some nice photos. Everyone wants some nice photos of themselves, don't they? But the less professional they look, the more homemade they look, the more engagement you get. Okay, this should be a no-brainer, but there has to be captions on every video. People do not scroll with their sound on. They scroll with their sound off. So they need to be able to read your captions. Always have faces of people in your posts whenever possible because people buy from people. For us, we're going to send more emails and text messages because they work really well. Google reviews, our USP is our customer experience. So we want to really talk about how all of our Google reviews in this location say that the customer experience was amazing. That means we're doing a great job of executing on our USP, our unique selling proposition, okay? We want to look at last month and this month's conversion because they looked pretty low. We want to look at our lead sheet, make sure everyone's tracking. Okay, I'm going to stop because this is just basically, we made the decision to post daily in Google because it's actually working better than twice a week. I want to talk about all of this to you, but I know I've already been on for half an hour and I wanted to let you guys know this is very personal and specific. So one thing I don't want to not share is when you do a campaign, when you're marketing, tell your team what you're marketing, guys, okay? You have to say, like, here's our post, here's our ad, here's our special. Do not ever have a sale, please. Do not ever call yourself cheap. If you're going to be cheap, or that's your USP, it's just a race to the bottom if you haven't heard that before. But if you're going to have like a special event, tell your team. Don't let your marketing department be over here in the office coming up with brilliant ideas and your operations over here on the floor trying to sell with no idea what you told the people that are coming in. And so we bring in our operations manager, we bring in our marketing manager, and me for every meeting. Sometimes we bring in the Podorthic manager. Sometimes we even bring in our visionary. Okay. So make sure you're all talking about your marketing. You're all deciding after seeing the numbers, what needs to change. And that last section, what changes should we make like now and going forward? That is the most important section. So based on the data that you have above on all those pages, what are you going to change? And that is how you make your marketing better. Okay. Those calculations I showed you that tell you the return on investment, the cost per customer, the cost per lead, and the conversion rate, those tell you how good those leads are or how well something's working. I'm going to speak out against Yellow Pages. I'll just say it. I've seen reports from Yellow Pages that a lot of clients pay a ton of money for, and Yellow Pages reports look good. They say, oh, you got this many calls from us, you got this many whatever. But that's an example of like, well, we're doing our own marketing report and we haven't sold anything to anyone who said they saw us on Yellow Pages. So that's an example. And I don't like to put anyone down ever. I don't like to be negative, but I want to warn you, if you've got Yellow Pages or somebody else saying, no, it's working, but you're like, but no one tells me it's working. No customers ever mentioned seeing you there. Get a clipboard, put it at every phone, train your team, talk to every person who sells anything, and make sure they ask how they heard about you, because that is the most important question. And as you saw, that will tell us what's working and what's not. Okay. And guys, the last thing is, your team's going to hate this. I'm so sorry, but they have to do it. It took me 5 years to get every single team member in every single location doing this. They have to use their calendar. They have to put in the exact amount of time and the activity every day of what they're doing. Okay, so if they had a plan for, like me today, I had a plan to do this live. It's going long. I'm going to stretch it out and I'm going to put the topic on it. With your team, they need to use their calendars, because you need to know how much time they spent on Facebook, how much time they spent on Instagram, how much time they spent on Yellow Pages, or like traditional media. Some products for like much like elderly people can sometimes work with the newspaper or old media like TV, but not usually, but maybe. But you won't know unless you do this. So I'm passionately begging you to do this every month, to look at the numbers and make decisions based on the numbers, okay? Data-driven decisions, DDD, triple D. Make your decisions based on data. So data-driven decisions. So anytime any of your staff makes a decision, like let's say that I hire a new marketing assistant, I'm not just going to do that because I feel like I should. I'm going to look at everyone's calendar and see how many hours my sales manager is spending on marketing assistant tasks that he's not very good at. Sorry, Tim, I love you. But that a new assistant could be good at, and taking away from his most valuable activity, which is selling and have the team selling, right? So we went through a lot today. I hope you kind of wiggled around and did some movement, because I know I'm always moving a little bit. So hopefully that made you, reminded you to do that. I'm so glad that you were here today, or if you're watching this after, because so many businesses are going out of business. So many businesses have no cash flow. So many businesses are like barely hanging on. And it's because they don't know how to market properly. And it's because they're not measuring their marketing. Okay. So there was a lot of information in this video. Watch it over and over again, pause it, write down the things you're going to do, and start using this every month. And then the most important section, please don't ever forget this. The most important section is the last section. Changes we will make going forward. And those are data-driven decisions. If you were here watching this with me on your lunch break, if you're here watching this now later as a replay, I'm proud of you, because as a business owner, you are trying to make yourself better. You are trying to make your business better, and you are trying to learn. When you stop learning, stop growing, you're screwed. Okay, guys? A lot of businesses fail. I don't want your business to fail. Thank you for being here with me today, and ask me any questions you have or any comments you have. Put those in the comments, okay? And I hope that you enjoyed this free session on marketing effectiveness, and I hope you have a wonderful day. But I really hope that next month your marketing is much better with a much higher ROI. And guys, I'm not trying to tell you this. My clients get an average of 800% ROI. So you definitely can do it. Make data-driven decisions. Okay. Thanks for joining me. I'm so grateful that you're here. Proud of you. I love seeing business owners trying to make themselves better, trying to make their businesses better instead of just sitting back and complaining. Good for you. Good for you. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great rest of the summer. And then in September, get to work. Okay, guys, let's kill it the last quarter of the year. I know you don't want to work right now. It's August. I know, but if you do, you'll get ahead of your competitors. So maybe you should reach out, leave comments. Talk to you soon. Remember, business can be better, guys, and it should be. Okay, take care.